buckle up, because it's gonna be a long ride. It's gonna be a wild ride. Nobody cares, but we're gonna tell you anyways. This is Popcorn Chats.
Wait, let me record the Zoom. Oh, bitch, almost forgot. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Popcorn Chats. I'm Katie.
And I'm MICHAE.
And this week, we're continuing our Pretty Little Liars rewatch series. We are jumping back into this full swing after the holiday season, after covering Knives Out last week. We're just going to keep cranking out PLL stuff for the time being because we're really enjoying this rewatch series, and it seems that y'all are too. So, yes, we're on season 2B, so the second half of season 2, and we're here to talk about it today. We're very excited. I'm continuing to last this rewatch series.
Yes, this is so fun.
But first, we must check in. How are you?
I'm fine. I honestly don't really have anything to check in about, except that I'm finally getting my hair cut and colored on Saturday. So 2 days from now when we're recording this, and I'm so excited. I was supposed to get it cut before Christmas, and then we had a storm and everything got canceled. Yeah, I don't really have much else. Honestly, not much has happened in the past week. So actually, shout out Zay. Zay's one of my book friends, and she said that she listens to the pod and that she loves listening to us, Katie.
Cute! Lila Zay. Thank you for listening.
Anything about you, Katie? What would you like to check in about?
I'm doing Dry January. It is a serious uphill battle, but I have not cheated yet, which is crazy. I never thought I would be saying that. This might sound stupid, but I'm a drinker, I would say. I just come from like a family of drinkers, and I went to big party school, and I used to be in the closet and drink a lot because I felt sad about that. But now I'm in a place in my life where I just really feel like I don't need to be drinking like that, and I'm gonna go this whole month without drinking and maybe just like keep doing that and see what happens. But I'm just feeling proud about that. Obviously, not taking a break from marijuana. It's just alcohol, but I'll never take a break from Miss Mary Jane. I love her too much. That's my wife. Also, I'm on a high today because I directed a short film yesterday. We wrapped on production for that, and it was super fun, and I'm really excited for it to come out. It's called The World Isn't Ending, and it's just a quick little ditty, nothing crazy. Yeah, I got to direct my older cousin, which is fun. He did great. I love working with him. So
that's exciting.
Be on the lookout for The World Isn't Ending, the short film coming out in like March probably. Yeah. Other than that, I've just been watching this goddamn show and loving every minute of it.
Yes, I've been watching this, and I did a Bridgerton season 2 rewatch.
Oh, bitch. You were needing
I was thriving.
That. You needed that.
I did need that, and let me tell you, because I had dog sat for my parents for the last week, so I just got home like a couple of days ago. So over at their house, like I don't like I never really don't have the TV on here, but they don't have Hulu, and I never remember my login, so like I didn't know how to log into Hulu on their TV, and they also don't have the Peacock app, and you can't stream from your phone. So I was stuck either using HBO Max or Netflix, which is fine. But then that really like pushed me to do my Bridgerton rewatch, and it was just incredible. Everything that I needed.
You just rewatched season 2. You didn't rewatch the first season?
No, I just jumped straight to season 2 because I had rewatched season 1 right before season 2 had come out, so I've already seen that one twice. But I'm proud of you for Dry January.
Thank you. Awesome. Thank you. I feel skinny. I feel like healthy,
Yeah.
Because what I'm doing, anybody who maybe wants to try like a dry February, or if you're like doing Dry January and you want like advice, whatever, I'm a big White Claw girly, so I've been just buying like Topo Chico or LaCroix or like other seltzers that are just like non-alcoholic, and I just pretend I'm drinking a White Claw. I've also been just drinking like THC seltzers, so I still get a little buzz, but it's fucking 0 calories, bitch, compared to like 100 per White Claw, or like a lot more depending on what alcohol you're drinking. I'm chilling.
Good.
I'm gonna keep doing it until maybe my birthday. I don't know. That's a big step. I'm not gonna set any lofty goals, but Dry January, I'm gonna get through it.
Yeah. Or even you could just do like socially, whenever you're like out with friends, then that's when you like have some drinks. But then when you like come home from work, then you have like the LaCroix.
I feel like I got to a place where it's just like at the end of every day, like I'm gonna have a drink, and that's just like not the best habit for me personally, because I've had like my issues with alcohol in the past.
Well, good. Fucking Lilas.
Fucking Lilas. What do you want to start with? Are we doing standout scene, standout star? We gotta do our recap. Oh my god.
Should we do our tracking? Yeah. Should we do that?
We need to do our 1 minute recap. Is it my turn?
Fuck. What is it? B? No, that's me.
It's you? Okay, fuck yeah.
I know. I was not prepared for this. Fuck, do I even remember what happened in this last half?
Are you ready? 1 minute on the clock.
Okay.
Oh, if you don't know what this is, every week we do like a 1 minute recap to the best of our ability. We alternate it. So this time it's Michaela's turn to recant what happened to the best of her ability this half of season 2. Are you ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1. Go.
Okay, so Caleb's back, and that means that Lucas is acting super sketchy, and he drowns for a couple of episodes, and they think that he might be A, but he's not, and he just lost a bunch of money, and Arya and Ezra decide to tell her parents about them, which they obviously are, like, not for, and then she runs into an old friend, Holden, who she starts, like, kind of fake dating for her parents, so that way he can do his mixed martial arts, because he has a heart condition, and she can date Ezra. Maya is back from weed camp, and she and Emily are back together, which means Paige is out, and Spencer had to break up with Toby, which we saw, and now she's found out that she has a half brother, and Jason, not going to be the first surprise sibling that she has from dirty Mr. Peter Hastings. They find out that, they go up in a plane with some dude of Allie's, and Mona's A.
Okay, good job. That was great.
I missed quite a bit, but
hey, that's okay. For a minute recap, that was great.
It's fine. It will suffice.
Let's track.
Yeah, so we've been keeping track of some things. So for season 2, so the first half of season 2, it was like the first mention of it being a group of people, and we had Garrett and Jenna as like the potential A people. Well, in the second half, Lucas kind of was their focus for a while of thinking he was probably A. Garrett kind of a little bit still, but not really. And then Mona is confirmed to be our first A. Like the original A is Mona, so we got that confirmation. Kiss tracker, I don't think Arya didn't even kiss Holden, so she didn't have anyone new. Spencer got back with Ren for a hot second, but again, she had already kissed him. Hannah, no one knew. Emily, no one knew. And Allison, obviously, she's still dead. We didn't have another funeral. We only had those 2. And, I realized that we should start tracking deaths as well, because there are going to be a lot of dead people throughout the show. So in season 1, we had Allison and Ian, and in season 2, we have Maya. She is our other death that we have this entire season. Before we jump to, did you have a favorite A communication method that you wanted to put on the books?
I don't know if this counts, but like the doll where it's literally like looks like Allie being buried alive. Mm-hmm. That shit was scary, and then like all the doll faces like falling around them. Also love how Arya's just casually losing her virginity during that, and then the other 3 are like being terrorized, running for their lives.
Hannah was the first one to lose her. So is everyone, I think Spencer's the only virgin left on the show then. That's okay, because she has the best, her and Toby have the best. So
I don't even remember. I fucking blacked. The only one I remembered was Hannah and Caleb's, because obviously the tent with the owls. Who could fucking forget?
Yeah, it was iconic.
And
it was.
Then also Emily and Maya, because of my gay ass in high school being like girls kissing, girls having sex. Which, like, who even knows if they did? They just kissed and collapsed.
I feel like probably when they had like that underwater ocean thing put together for them before Maya went, I feel like they did.
Yeah, that's like what's labeled as their first time. But like when Arya and Ezra do it, they're like taking each other's clothes off. And same with Hannah and Caleb. Like Caleb has his shirt off.
Yeah.
Not saying I need to see some titties to like confirm, but it would have been nice.
Yeah, and Toby takes his shirt off, which is always appreciated on this show because Keegan Allen, Lilas. Okay, standout star, standout scene.
Yes.
Katie, who was your standout star for season 2B?
This is weird and hard, but I don't know. I just felt like there was a lot of floppage happening this season in certain areas. Like my tried and true fave, Spencer. Like, obviously love her, but it's just sad that she has to like not be with Toby. Not saying that she needs Toby to be my favorite, but she's just got a lot going on this season, like trying to protect Melissa once they're thinking that she might be A, and all this extra stuff stuff. I do obviously really like Hannah, but I think my standout star for the season is gonna be Mona, actually. I really love how she's like getting integrated into the group. I love how they each kind of have their own little apology moment for being bystander bullies with her. And then after we find out that she's A, it's just like makes all those moments kind of crazier to look back on. And I just like her character at this stage of the show. I just think she's like super interesting, and it's like revealed that she's this undercover genius that's just been like torturing them this entire time. But yeah, I like before it's revealed that she's A too this season, so that's why I'm picking her as my standout star. What about you? Who is yours?
I think Spencer, I actually did enjoy some of her stuff this second half of the season, even though I do feel like there's so much filler in the second half that I want to get into. But I liked the reveal with Jason and the stuff with Melissa actually, and like her going back with Ren. And she is like always on top of trying to figure shit out. She's like at the forefront. She's getting the money from Jason to pay this dude, calling up the doll shop lady. She's making like she's doing all the things to actually like make moves. So I always enjoy that. And actually Arya is going to be my other standout star. Wow. There's so much floppage between her and Ezra that we're going to get into. However, I do feel like she probably had like the most screen time, I feel like, in the second half of the season. And even though I don't like the Holden storyline, I do like, which I think obviously they got rid of, but I do really think this was the second half of the season that they were really setting her up to be the like big A reveal. Because like it's not like confirmed by the writers that she was ever going to be A, but it's like very clearly obvious. I think that they were building her up to be one, and then I think they decided they didn't want to like ruin the friendship between all the girls. Fine, but I really like her like threatening to blackmail Byron or like threaten to turn him in, and you kind of see her having like a bit of a darker edge to her. And also again, she's making moves. Like yes, she's tied up with Ezra, but again, she's like kind of making moves with like the plain guy and trying to get shit figured out as well. So I really enjoyed her, and I do just like Lucy Hale. Like I think she does a good job with this character. So yeah, she was probably my other standout star.
Yeah, I agree with you. I feel like Arya as a standalone character, like not with Ezra, is really, really good this season because they literally call her out for being like the biggest liar of the group. And we do get to see that darker side that she has when she's like volunteering to act as like Vivian or Vivian's friend, sticking her neck out for the gang and like volunteering to go with Spencer when Emily and Hannah are too cold to go, or like so yeah, I agree with you that she was good this season.
And what about your favorite standout scene?
Oh, I couldn't choose just one. I really like early on in this half of the season when Hannah hits A with the car and they're all running through the woods after her. I think that's a really awesome sequence and like a heart-pounding moment. And then when they like find A's phone. So all of them crying at the end once they've realized that Mona's A, and Hannah just being like so distraught and hurt over that. Them all just like comforting each other and being like, it's over, it's okay, it's over. And then they're like, she's alive. Cinema right there.
Hannah has a problem with hitting people with cars.
Yeah.
Because she hits A, she almost hits Mona, and then she hits Allison's husband in like the last season.
Yeah, and she also crashes Sean's car in season 1.
True! She's a horrible driver.
I think it's funny, like Ashley Marin is making daily trips to the hospital and or police station at this point.
She really is.
I'd be like, what the fuck, bro? Like, you gotta start paying me gas money for this.
Yeah. Oh my god. Poor Ashley. She puts up with so much.
What was your standout scene?
I am just gonna do the Mona reveal. I think when her and Spencer are off at the Lost Woods and they're together, and like the creepy innkeeper guy, like whatever, but I do like them like working together to kind of get into the room, because obviously we don't like know how genius Mona is, but now looking back on it, and I do like whenever they interact because they are very clearly the two smartest people in the room at all times. So it's interesting to see them square off. And then I love, it's just so dramatic when she slaps her and then takes her in the car and she's driving, and it's just, I don't know, it's just a fun sequence.
Yeah, when she's driving super fast.
And just so dramatic and iconic.
Yes.
So.
Mona in the black hoodie. I love how she's like, I'm gonna go change into my A outfit for this reveal.
I know. She thinks of everything.
I think we should talk about Arya and Ezra.
Okay. Yeah.
They're on level 1000 of stupidity this season. I mean, watching it as a kid, I blacked out a lot of this shit. Like, I don't remember Duncan. I really don't remember Holden that much. Blocked out, like, essentially everything. It really does feel a lot of the time like I'm watching this for the first time. I'll always remember the way that Byron made me feel this season. I hated that man for trying to break this couple up. I was like, you fugly ass motherfucking off-brand Rob Lowe looking ass bitch. Which I shouldn't say, that's mean. Chad Lowe, I'm sorry.
Are they related?
Yeah, that's his brother.
I was about to just be like, Katie, that is the greatest comparison, because he does look like off-brand Rob Lowe.
He literally looks like Rob Lowe and a worm combined.
Oh my god, I fully did not put that together until you... Wow.
Fucking Chad Lowe.
Oh, okay. Sorry,
Tragic.
continue.
I just remember hating him so much, and I still do, don't get me wrong, but like, this shit is so bad watching it back. They're just like, I can't believe they won't let us be together. It's like, what the fuck did you expect?
Here's the thing, I would like to know, because you know how before you go into big conversations with people, you kind of like rehearse in your head how you think it's gonna go. I'd genuinely like to know how the two of them rehearse that in their heads.
Right.
Like, how did you see that going?
Arya says early on in this half of the season, like, I didn't realize how dangerous it was to be doing what we were doing. Which, like, that's a stupid ass statement, but also she's 16. She's a child. Mm-hmm. It's not that far-fetched that she wouldn't know the severity of this situation that she's in and how wrong it is. It's not on her to know that. It's on this grown ass man who should know that this is like not a good situation, and it's like super dangerous for both of them personally, but then also like just not right. We already said we're not like getting into all that. Y'all know that like this relationship is bad. But anyways, their desperate need to like come out of the closet, so to speak, and be acknowledged as a couple this last half of season 2 is mind-numbing. Like, mm-hmm. If you want this relationship to work out and you guys love each other as much as you say you do, you're gonna have to let that shit fucking go. Mm-hmm. You're gonna have to let that shit fucking go. I'm so sorry that you can't kiss in public at a school function without there being some like issues with that, but you're dating a former teacher who's at least 25 and you're 16.
I think he was supposed to be like 22. I know it doesn't make it that much better, but I'm just saying. I think he was supposed, because it was supposed to be like he had just graduated. Yeah. So like 22.
23, yeah.
I would just like to know, because Katie, you may not even remember this, because like you said, you blocked a lot of this stuff out, but one thing that I couldn't get out of my head was at the dance, we have Arya and Ezra dancing together and kissing at a school function, but he comes back to teach their senior year of high school. The next school year, he's back there teaching. How? And I remember Arya sits in the principal's office and says like, oh yeah, we had a relationship after he left our school. Well, what's this? What's this? He's quite literally at your school. You're making out with him in your school. Wild. Wild to me that this was, I don't know, just the audacity of the show. Whatever. Like I said, I'm not bothered by it because like all these shows have like inappropriate relationships between like minors and adults, and like it was just kind of run of the mill on all like Gossip Girl, One Tree Hill, all of like our teenage shows that we watched. But it's just like the foolery that these two get up to this season. It's like y'all are quite literally so dumb.
Yeah.
So dumb.
I would even argue like Ren might be older than Ezra because he would have had to go through med school. Mm-hmm. So who's the real predator here? I mean, both of them.
He's got to be like late 20s.
Yeah.
He's easily late 20s.
He's nasty. I don't like him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, wait. Do you remember how he ends?
Yeah.
Oh, you do? Wait. Okay, because I was going to say, otherwise I won't spoil that for you.
Did you just fucking hear that?
No, whose end was it on?
It was on mine. I think that was either a gunshot or a firework.
I was going to say, don't scare me like that.
With that, does Ren die? He just gets Emily pregnant, or Allison pregnant with Emily's eggs.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, do you remember though what happens to him after that?
No, does he die?
Okay, then I'm not gonna spoil it for you because Katie, you're gonna fucking lose your mind when you see it. It's one of the most ridiculous things. If you thought that Arya and Ezra this season were like foolery, just wait until you see that.
Oh my god, okay. I know Mike is kind of a flop, but I do like him when he hits Ezra and then opens the door. I think that's like a power move. I really liked that moment. I guess I don't hate Mike this chunk, but I do find it weird that he just like goes to therapy and then he's this like young sage for everybody. It kind of reminds me of the kid in Gossip Girl that like tries to kill himself and then goes to therapy or like goes to, you know, mental hospital or whatever, and then like he's the wise young kid that everybody like gets advice from in Gossip Girl. I'm like, what is this?
It's an ad for therapy.
I guess, yeah, therapy works.
I agree. Yeah, I do like that Mike stepped in and did that, because especially like I don't want to see Byron punch Ezra, because that's just like I never want to see Byron anywhere, anytime. But I'm just still so mind blown that he's Ravlo's brother. But floppage. I do have to say I do like the whole idea of Ezra like breaking up with her to go somewhere else, because it is kind of like you can't work anywhere and you're a full-blown adult, like you need to be making your own money. Although then knowing that his family's like super rich, just like straight up ask them for some money, I would, but whatever, that gets explored later. But I do want to say though, their breakup scene in the car, that Arya outfit was imprinted in my brain, because when I was younger, I'm like, I want to look just like that. I want my hair braided like that. I want those earrings. I want that dress. That is like one of my favorite Arya looks. And I do love her crying in the car because it's just so dramatic and so extra. And once again, they're just never afraid to be seen all around town together.
Yeah, just because it's raining doesn't mean I can't look into your car windows and see you kissing our English teacher.
And the Holden storyline, I truly don't care about. I don't care about Holden whatsoever. No. And also too, when they're like trying to be like, oh, he could die from doing martial arts, I quite literally don't care.
Well, it's he could die at any moment, so he's like, I'm gonna do my martial arts.
Okay.
But that's what like you were talking about before with the filler. I fucking hate that shit. Arya going up in a plane with this strange ass man, fucking so JetBlue ass airline shit, shaking in the sky. I would never. I wouldn't let you fly me in a plane.
No, I would hope to God not.
Arya just met this man, and it's like, yeah, I'll go on a plane with you.
It's like your dead best friend was killed, and you don't know who killed her, and was being harassed by someone, and you don't stop to think like, maybe this dude that said that he saw her the day that she was murdered might have murdered her.
They do a lot of stupid shit this half of the season too, and it's like a lot of like misdirects and dead ends that it's just like, this could have been cut. Like fucking Lucas's whole thing. He's being creepy as fuck, showing up in Hannah's house, wet as a dog.
Because he's been on a basketball team.
Because and it's this whole misdirect, us thinking that he's like the killer / I don't know, whatever. And then it just ends up that he lost all of Caleb's money and he's just a flop. Yeah. Which we already fucking knew, bitch.
We did. Also, I just realized that I don't think I ever said what my favorite communication method was. Sorry. And it was the pond. No, it's okay. And it was the pond water bottle.
Oh, that was nasty.
Because that's your emotional support. Like, if I took a drink out of this and it was dirty pond water, I would feel I would feel way more invaded than if someone texted me something on my phone.
Yeah, I would literally rather get massaged by somebody I didn't know. Like, what happens to Emily. Yeah, don't fuck with my water bottle, bitch. I have a mental breakdown if I accidentally leave my water bottle at work.
Yeah.
And then they took my water bottle at work and they put it somewhere. I didn't know where it was. And they have all these dumbass signs everywhere that it's like, if you leave your drinks, we're going to throw them away. But I think they mean like disposable drinks, you know, like Starbucks cups or whatever.
Like coffee.
Understandable. But I was freaking out because I love my water bottle. Corinne got it for me. It's super nice. And it has all my favorite stickers on it that she got for me. And I was like, I can't live without my water bottle.
Yeah.
So if A put pond water in my water bottle, I would literally cry. I would just wash it out really good and then keep using it, because she probably wouldn't repeat her communication.
Probably not.
Strategies.
Probably not.
I was tracking something.
Ooh.
There's a lot of like big ass discoveries this half of the season. We get a lot of new information. Like, shit's actually kind of, the wheels are starting to turn. You know, things that last the entire series kind of start to formulate this season with like how involved the Hastings really are in the De Laurentiis family and just like this situation of Allie's murder in general. First big reveal. Allie was being harassed by A before she went missing. I think that's a really big piece of information that the girlies get. Then we get that the NAT club, the fucking people who are like creepy were in Allie's room the night that she died. So like Ian, Garrett, Jenna, and then later we find out that Melissa was also in Allie's room the night that she died, and we know that Melissa was pissed at Allie and sending her really bad messages, telling her to like leave Ian alone, whatever. Melissa's tragic ass.
I was gonna say, you're fighting over Ian.
Yeah, fucking luck of the Irish. Seek treatment. Jason is Spencer's half-brother. Big reveal. I wouldn't necessarily count this as like a big reveal, but Spencer sees Allie this season, which is like kind of crazy because like Emily seeing Allie, it's like, yeah, well, Emily's kind of a floppy bitch and she was inhaling CO2. So she might not know. But Spencer, she's with her shit. At least
she's trustworthy.
What we know right now. She hasn't gone down the loony hole yet.
Oh my god, I'm so excited for 3.
Yes. Next reveals Jenna has had page 5 this entire time. Jenna can see. Wait,
I remember being so mind blown when she swatted that fly when I was younger.
I love that info delivery. And she's kind of a bad bitch. She's like, all right, I'm willing to just get surgery in the one eye. Because they're obviously not going to operate on the other eye if she thinks it didn't work. Or she's acting like it didn't work. She's like, I'm just going to see in my one eye, bitch.
Yeah.
And like do all this sketchy shit. She's a badass.
When she ran into the window in the fire. Oh my god, I remember being like, whoop, jump scare.
And then Spencer finds the lair and finds out that Mona is A. And the last reveal is that Dr. Sullivan is alive. Fucking Lilas.
Yes, fucking Lilas, Dr. Sullivan. And we get our introduction to Redcoat.
Yes.
That's, I guess, like a discovery kind of, even though we don't know what that's going to be. But that's going to be a huge theme for the next at least 2 seasons. I don't think it carries as much into 5, but season 3 and 4, it's pretty much like not A anymore. It's like, who's Redcoat?
Yeah, and I guess Mona does say the A team, so it's kind of revealed here that it's a team of people, which I think it's kind of a flop how they're all like, it's over, when she literally said A team. Like, it's a team of people that she wanted Spencer to join. And Spencer's not.
I'd like to know, Mona, I'd like to know, what else were you gonna, like, throw in to sweeten the deal? Like, I feel like you know how close Spencer is with her friends. She's not just gonna jump over right away. Like, you gotta sweeten it up a little bit. Like, what would it have taken?
Yeah.
Like, what would it take you to join the A team?
I mean, probably money. What are they doing this for? Like, at this point, if I'm Mona, like, I don't know. When she's saying her motivation is that they, like, stole Hannah from her, I don't buy that because it seems like she's kind of vibing with all of them. I think it would definitely take more than what Mona has going for her. I'd like to be making a crisp $2,000 a week. I think that would be great. Oh, also, I almost got a sugar daddy.
Ooh.
I know, but I got scared. I got scared and I blocked him.
Men are scary.
Yeah, but he was offering me $700 a week. So that's why I was like, this is a scam, because I'm not that fun to talk to over text.
Trash.
I'm a really bad texter.
Yeah,
people hate it. People hate me over text.
It's okay.
Yeah, or if I was being like blackmailed, if somebody that I loved was in danger, I would do it to like keep those that I care about alive.
Yeah, I think it would be like money, or like mostly if they were threatening my children. I'd do anything for Mr. Dorian and Miss Aria.
Michaela, oh my god, I also forgot to tell you this other thing that has happened. Remember?
Yes.
She's going to jail, bitch.
It's not funny, but it's funny. Dude, and Katie.
I was down bad for her.
That is so wild, and just shows how far you've come.
That just shows that literally I have guardian angels looking out for me.
That's insane.
My friend sent me her mugshot picture. Hearing that story, I'm like, that's on brand. Like, that's definitely something.
Dude, I don't even like... Oh my god. Wow.
So fucking botched. Looking back, though, on that time in my life, like, I feel less bad about that and more bad about the girls that are, like, now in committed relationships with men. I was like talking to back then. Because every time I see that, I'm like, I have like a crisis.
Like, did you do something? Is that what you think?
I was an experiment. I was,
oh.
or they were like, I was just so bad that they were like, well, now I'm definitely not gay because that was horrible.
Yeah. Well,
but that's like biphobic. Speaking of biphobia, Emily is biphobic in this with her relationship with Maya. Her having a problem with Maya talking to a man at True North. Not chill. Bisexuality is
when she's
legit.
like, it's confusing. Oh my
You're
god,
fucking confusing.
I'm rewatching Grey's Anatomy right now. That's my sleep show. And Callie and Erica Hahn, do you remember her? Like the heart doctor who like comes into play. Yeah, she's a boss bitch. And she even said it was like just in the last episode that I was listening to was like, and you can't be kinda gay. And Callie was like, yes, I can.
Fuck you.
I'm like, Erica, you have a problem with Callie being bisexual.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah, see, I could sit here and be like, bi representation and like, you know, be really animate about that. But then I'm also like insecure when women that I've like been involved with are now with men. And I'm like, that doesn't invalidate me as a lesbian. It just makes them fluid in some type of way. Mm-hmm. And how they choose to identify is their own fucking choice. Just like how I choose to identify is my choice. Bitch, yep. I just figured that out. Therapy, who needs it? I just have a podcast.
Anyways,
I have a question.
Okay.
Skipping ahead to the finale. Whose masquerade outfit did it for you the most?
I'm so glad you brought that up. I ranked them.
Okay, I want to hear the ranking.
I'm going to go from least favorite to most favorite. Okay. So, least favorite is Hannah. I'm sorry, but what in the Romeo Juliet is that?
Yeah.
I hate the silhouette. I hate the corsets are very in, but that corset literally looks like it came from a craft store. Mm-hmm. Like it looks so bad. And the flower crown and the mask, it's all just like a complete no from me. I hate it. Emily's is next. I hate the peacock feather. Honestly, Emily should maybe be last. However, I really like the color of her dress. Like I think the blue looks really good and I think she looks really great in blue. Mm-hmm. Next is Spencer. I think her look is just very like classic. I don't love the color, but I think she looks really good in it. And honestly, I know this is a controversial pick, but I love this dress of Aria's. I think the cut's amazing. I love the red and the black. I love the like the T length, the teacup length or T skirt length of it or whatever. I love the neckline being a little like
bouncy.
Like spiky. I like her mask. I like her hair. I love the gloves. I love the shoes. I love that look.
This is a deviation, but do you recall the highlighter accessories that she wore in one of like the middle episodes? She had a fucking highlighter yellow belt that matched highlighter yellow shoes.
Yes.
And it was literally giving me a seizure. It was so bright.
Yeah. She's either like a slay or no slay.
Yeah.
Like there's no in between. I feel like her outfits either really work or they really don't. Mm-hmm. Like the car breakup scene.
Right.
Amaze.
But then when she forgets a coat and she goes back to the car when they're like visiting the doll shop, she's got the belt on over the shirt. That's an A for me. I fucking hate that. Hair, always a slay though.
She has beautiful hair.
Yeah.
They all have great hair. Or what's your ranking?
My ranking for the outfits would just be slightly different. I'm gonna go from best to least. My number 1 is gonna be Spencer. It's giving Belle, who is my favorite Disney princess, so I have to go with her. I loved her earrings too. That was like my standout. Yellow, I wouldn't necessarily say is Troy's color, but it works. I like seeing her in it. Number 2 is going to be, I think, Aria. It's interesting, giving kind of like Joker-y vibes or like card deck or, you know, something of that nature, like carnival vibes. And then number 3 is going to be Hannah for me. When she said like this dress needs a date, I had really high expectations and then it just wasn't really giving. It was just kind of a repeat of Homecoming when she was nominated for Homecoming Queen. It was like very Cinderella vibes. I feel like that's not Hannah anymore. Emily is last. I agree with you. I think blue is definitely her color. I just didn't love this like cut on the dress. It was weird.
It was weird. And the peacock feather. Yeah. Like, no. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
I want to talk about one of my favorite episodes of this entire season that I do really enjoy, which is the like truth up day that they do at school.
Oh, bitch. Can I just say something really quick about this?
Of course.
You could not pay me to sleep on the floor of my high school.
Yeah.
That is rotted. We had shit like this back in high school where we all stood around and talked about our feelings and apologized for bullying each other. That's all good and fine. I probably wouldn't do that now, but it was therapeutic at the time, and I would do it again. However, if it was a sleepover situation, absolutely not.
No.
Absolutely not. I already got to smell these people's farts during the day. I'm not trying to do it in my sleep on the fucking gymnasium floor, bitch. Hell no.
Yeah.
Hell
How uncomfortable.
No.
My back could never. No.
This town has a lot of events. This school has a lot of events.
We should actually, another thing to track would be all of their major events that they have because they are booked and busy. Their social calendar is full.
Yeah, there's just always something going on. It is very like, I feel like our town was like this. There's just always some opportunity for like everybody to get together, and it's like, why? Yeah. Also, the principal at this fucking Truth Up event in this episode.
Yeah.
Such a bitch. Why is he such a bitch? And then that just like goes away. Mm-hmm. But it's just like for the one episode, he's just a total asshole, forcing Ashley to come and volunteer at this bogus ass event.
Well, and he's not even the principal.
Oh, is he vice principal? Oh,
I don't know. He's just like they replace him.
That's funny.
Like, so he's not even there.
Yeah, stuff like that. It's just like, what's the point of this?
Yeah, it's stupid. Another filler storyline that I don't mind, but again, it's just like there unnecessarily just to take up time, and it's Kate coming back and circulating her own nude, pretending that it was Hannah that sent around. Like, that, it's just unnecessary.
Yeah, and it's another kind of like misdirect, because that would have happened like whether or not A was a thing or not, but they think it's A doing that. Yeah, so that's just like an interesting situation. I do like when Hannah busts her ass though, and is like catches her in the bathroom. Hannah's a boss ass bitch.
We've talked a lot about the moms on this podcast, and can I just say, once again, Miss Ella, you are a flop.
Yeah.
When Hannah straight up says to you, you've known me my whole life. Do you think I'm a bully? Like, do you think I circulated this picture? And Ella just stands there like a dumbass with her mouth like flopping open. I would be so pissed if that was like one of our moms doing that to one of us. Like, they would never.
Yeah, hell no. So fucking rude. The moms are very present. All the parents are very present in this show. Like, they, to the point where they have their own stories.
They do. And speaking, like, the ride or die parent, Emily's dad coming back and then helping her look for Maya. And then him coming through of being like, hey, when the dude didn't want to help Emily, and he's like, hey, look at my little hat here. Can we have a chat?
Slay Wayne.
I know. I love Wayne. But we have a crusty parent getting up to crusty things. And Peter cheating on, we learned that he cheated on Veronica with Jessica De Laurentiis and got her pregnant with Jason. So Jason is half siblings with Spencer and Melissa, which is also our first case of incest because Melissa and Jason did date for a while. So
it's giving GOT. They made out.
Yeah, but I do actually really like that storyline. I like seeing how intertwined the De Laurentises and Hastings are, and especially this is not going to be the first time that Spencer's dad was a naughty dude up to some business outside of his wife Veronica, which I just think that she's too much woman for him. I truly just think she has too much power and he can't handle that. Trage for you, Peter, because Veronica's a winner.
For real. And then he makes Veronica do shady shit. Like, I feel so bad for Spencer this season because she must have felt so alone because like when her parents are being shady, then her and Melissa are kind of like confiding in each other, but then she finds out that Melissa could be a killer or she like has this vicious like past. So I'm like, poor Spencer. No wonder she's like so quick to defend Melissa and like try to protect her and give her the benefit of the doubt when her friends are thinking that she's A.
What was Holden's karate kick to Noel on the roof? Hiya!
Again, another botched ass storyline. Like, I was kind of like, okay, what's he fucking doing? Because I did forget. Again, it's just like, what was the point of that?
Also, I do love the slay of Caleb in that room with Jenna when she's like, or was it when I was cornered in the bathroom and slapped? And he's like, actually, you'd have to say that you threw the first punch. And this is Caleb, by the way, like the sass.
So hot.
Love it.
He's so hot. They are still my favorite couple. Toby and Spencer have some of my favorite moments, but like consistently, Hannah and Caleb are my fucking favorite this season. I think just to like, I'm biased because they seem a little bit more central. Like when the girlies go behind Hannah's back and are having him get the files or whatever from Jenna's computer or some shit. I don't even know at this point. Them reuniting and her and Spencer, Hannah and Spencer protecting Caleb when he gets taken in by the police, and then him having in the password 11/5, the anniversary of when they hooked up in the woods. So that's fucking cute. Him surprising her at the masquerade again, so cute. Love it. I love them this season.
Yes, yeah. I do still think Spencer and Toby are my favorite. I just really don't think they can ever be beat, but I am really loving Caleb and Hannah on the rewatch, and I definitely think they are by far my second favorite couple. And I do just think that maybe like they seem not like more mature, because obviously I think Spencer and Toby have the most like mature relationship on the show, but maybe it's just like something about their dynamic with Caleb like having like kind of a rough go of it, and then Hannah kind of like seemingly being like the really popular girl who has it all, and like just that like dynamic between the two of them I really like.
That he's closer with the other girls now, and I think seeing him interact with them is super cute. And I like when Spencer acknowledges his genius for the first time when she's like helping Hannah with his computer. Spencer and Toby have some great moments this season too, like the makeout scene in his car, in his truck.
Wait, was that this half?
Yeah, early on. It was like very early on, because they see Garrett like going up and Spencer ducks down and Toby's like, fuck you,
okay.
bitch.
Yeah.
And then the end of the season.
The slap turned into kiss.
So fucking hot. So hot. From him rolling up on his motorcycle, like that little moment, building off of that when then they have the eye contact after Jenna's surgery and he's like walking her in, and just all the tension, all of it leading up to that, and him being like, trying not to love you was the hardest thing I've ever done.
Like that did things to me as a 15-year-old, and that did things to me as a 26-year-old. Like that, I am obsessed with that moment.
Honestly, Orange is the New Black who, with them picking up garbage on the side of the road at the beginning.
I forgot about that.
After getting caught with the murder weapon. And I was rooting for Spencer to kick Emily's ass until I remembered that they had their little scheme to confuse A. But I was like, kick her ass, Spencer, get her!
Okay, actually, wait, that brings me to a question. Okay, who are you picking in a fight?
To win? Out of the four of them?
Yeah.
Hannah.
Really?
Yeah. I think she's scrappy. She'd go for the hair.
She would. I think Spencer. Because she's like really athletic, you know, because she plays field hockey. And I think she'd be scrappy too. And I think she'd be like mean.
Yeah.
Like I think like nothing would be off the table for her.
It'd be either Hannah or Spencer for sure.
Yeah. You know Arya is the first one out.
Yeah. Her little
One
ass.
Little flick to her forehead and she's like on the ground.
Little ass. And then Emily's a close second to come out.
Yeah, because she's just a flop.
Is.
I can't. Shay Mitchell, I love you, but like she's just not the vibe.
Maya and Emily, I know we were talking about the other couples, but like they should have been endgame, and it sucks that Maya has like her best relationship so early on in the show and it's so short-lived. They just had the best chemistry, and even like Paige is poking her nasty ass into this relationship. Like, don't ruin this for me. We only get them for so long.
It really is such a short amount of time that we spend with Maya and Emily, which it is sad because I do think that is her best relationship. Same with like Samara. Like I felt like Samara and her had really good chemistry too, and again that was gone so quickly. Yeah. And I like her relationship. I can't remember what her name is, but like in the time jump, like I like that relationship. But Maya should, like, I get her dying and like what it was supposed to do for the character, but her and Emily were good.
Yeah, they were great. I think it's cute when Hannah is like checking in on Emily after Maya's gone missing, and they keep like flicking the light on and off. I also forgot that they were living together too while Pam is gone, which I love that. Hannah's just such a good friend.
I do kind of think like, I guess it's hard to imagine like what else she would have done staying on the show, you know? And I do kind of like Emily's not like darker turn, but like kind of a little bit more like depressed turn at the beginning of season 3. So I don't hate that. And I do think like someone needed to die. I don't know. I guess, like, I wasn't super invested in Maya as, like, a character. I more just liked her and Emily together. Where, like, I'm invested in Caleb or Toby.
Right.
That I don't have that same investment in Maya. So I was kind of like, okay. I was more sad for what it did for Emily. But it does give me one of my favorite moments in all of PLL is when Pam is like, they found Maya's body and they roll it out and Emily, like, melts into Spencer and, like, the girls, like, prop her up. Ugh, I just love that girly lie last moment that they have together that we talk about loving all the time on the show, like the friendship moments, and I absolutely love that moment there. Like, of course she wasn't gonna lean into Pam for any comfort. She was like, no, I need my girlies here with me, and she just, like, kind of fell over. Shay Mitchell in that moment acting, incredible
performance of a fucking lifetime. If she needed to give at all, she gave it in that moment. Her and Troy Belisario in that moment, hats fucking off. They both
I just got like chills. Yes. It's so good.
Also, bitch, fucking music choice suggestions being the song that is playing when that was the song that was playing when Emily went back to Allie's house and was like, I knew she was still alive, and Maya told her that they found her body, the parallels. Say what you want about this show, but there were creative people working on it that were good at what they were doing.
Dude, the show is super popular, so, like...
Yeah, fuck off.
Speaking of music, The Hands of Time. A bop and a fucking half.
Yes.
That's a great song, great scene.
Was that in season 3, though?
Oh, fuck, it was. Sorry, whoops.
Spoiler!
I already started season 3. My bad.
But yeah,
okay,
you sent me that Snapchat.
Save that thought. I was vibing
I
so
love
hard.
that song. I run on the treadmill to that song.
Oh, that's a good one.
I haven't worked out in a really long time. I keep paying my gym membership, and I'm too scared to call and cancel because last time I did, they talked me out of it.
Trash.
I know.
Honestly, you knew that once if they were gonna have any plan of Allison coming back to life, Maya couldn't be there. So like if she would have died now or like left later, I always would prefer that a character dies on a show than having them leave.
Yeah.
Because I don't like that. I don't feel like it's as impactful where when they die, it like does something to the characters and does something to the audience.
Right.
When Allison came around, she was either gonna have to leave or die. So
I just think it's so fucking stupid. Her parents want to send her off because of weed, and then also Emily catching her with weed and being weird about that. That's fucking tragic. Basically, Maya's dead because people wouldn't leave her alone and just let her at 420 spark up and let out some of her anxieties. And maybe if other people in this fucking cracked out ass town smoked a little Mary Jane, they wouldn't be so fucking uptight all the time and killing each other.
You know what I just thought of? You know how there are those like TikToks of like, what's your nightmare blunt rotation?
Oh yeah.
What would be your nightmare blunt rotation in Rosewood?
Byron is in seat number 1. I would literally fucking kill myself. Number 2, that kid from the fucking doll store. Creep ass kid. I would get so paranoid and punt him across the room on accident.
Yes.
Pam, number 3, homophobic ass bitch. Yeah. That bitch ass principal. Paige.
Wilden.
Yes. Oh my god, this is my fucking nightmare.
So bad. Okay, but then what's your dream blunt rotation in Rosewood? Because Dr. Sullivan is getting the seat next to me. She would be such a vibe, and I would feel so safe.
Yeah, I want Caleb to be there. I feel like we would definitely kick it. Also, Mona would go in nightmare blunt rotation because I don't trust her. She would talk so much, and I would just keep zoning out.
Sean is also in nightmare, and Lucas.
Ew, yes, a lot of people fit into nightmare, honestly.
Yeah.
In dream, I think Spencer would be good. I feel like we would have a lot of like intellectual talks and like crazy. We'd have a bunch of mind blowing like realizations.
Miss Marin.
Yeah, Ashley. Oof, that would be fun.
Yeah.
Hannah, probably. Hannah would be fun.
Yeah, Hannah. I'd include Hannah.
I just feel like Emily would be tweaking. Ari, I don't think she would do much. I think she would just be kind of slumped.
And we're not inviting Ezra.
And Toby, same. Like, I don't know. Yeah. I feel like he would just be quiet.
Yeah.
There's not many people. Dr. Sullivan, Spencer, Hannah.
Caleb.
Maya, obviously. Because she's the only 420 queen, I guess, in this whole group of people.
Our resident. Yeah.
That's so tragic. Imagine if my parents came here and they're like, you're going to rehab for weed.
For weed.
Imagine that, bro.
Botched.
That's crazy how far the world has come though in like however many years it's been since this show came out. I had this realization the other day that 2017 was 6 years ago, and I shed a tear because that's
insane.
Disturbed me to my core. Byron is a fucking flop going after Arya and Ezra this hard. I mean, he's in the right, but also he's just like, he bugs me. Showing up at this French vegan restaurant, trying to get Ezra's career all mixed up and fucking around with that, and then trying to send Arya off to boarding school. Your boss.
Well, and also he is like hypocritical. I mean, granted, there wasn't like the age. I mean, there was probably a bigger age gap between him and Meredith. Obviously not one that would have made it illegal, but bigger. And he did the same thing with student, and he was married. So, like, honestly, dude, you really have no room to talk.
Right. That makes it frustrating and makes us root for Arya and Ezra more, which is problematic. It's also a flop that Spencer confides in fake-ass Arya when they're both seemingly going through a breakup, and then how hurt Spencer is when she realizes that Arya is still seeing Ezra because they, like, were confiding in each other. I would be hurt by that, too. I think that's botched. Paige kissing Emily without her consent, not chill. Fuck you, Paige. Why is A sending the parents messages? I feel like that's mistake number one, because then the parents are like trying to suss her out. All the girlies are like, oh no, now they're going after A. Like, isn't that probably what A wanted?
Well, and also this is the first time that we see the parents really start to think like, oh, someone messing with our daughters, and like starting to kind of get a hint that they think something else is going on besides just all the drama that these girls have in their lives. And eventually, you know, the moms do end up getting involved. Also, the first time that we see Ash, not the first time, but that we see her trying to like work with Wilden a little bit, like maybe complying with him to see if he can actually help her out a little bit.
Yeah.
Ashley, don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Don't do it, Ashley. And also Ella, like, following Arya to Ezra's, like, that whole situation with her confronting them is super botched and weird. The moms are making questionable decisions once again, but we love Ashley. Ella, you're questionable. The daddy-daughter dance is botched. I'm uncomfortable by that. I don't know what it is. I just don't think daddy-daughter dances should exist. Also, Paige at the masquerade is botched. No means fucking no. Emily doesn't want you. Leave us alone.
Paige, just go home.
And you look botched.
Oh my god. You know what I'm just waiting for is Paige's fucking Halloween costume next season.
What is it?
It's like a suit, but not like a cool looking suit. Like a weird, like she never brings it. Her and Emily are both flops but Emily's Halloween costume next season is amazing.
All right. I'm so
Do you remember that?
When
she's like the space girl? That's Paige.
Ew,
she's
bitch.
In, like, a top hat. Okay. But then that's Emily when she's like space girl. Like she looks amazing.
Yeah.
But Paige just never.
She's never giving.
Always. You know what? At least Paige is consistent. You can always count on her to flop.
Yeah.
So
same with Byron. Same with Lucas. Same with Melissa. You know, when her and Spencer are confiding in each other, I'm like, I wish this character would have gone differently. Like, I like them playing off of each other, and I wish she could have been more of an ally. I wish she would have had like a redemption arc.
Because she never really does.
No, she's a flop. She
flops.
Keeps hooking up. Her and Garrett apparently have a relationship going on. Why do you keep falling for people who apparently murdered Allison?
She's embarrassing. And also, knowing that she, like, we find out next season that she lost her baby, like, way earlier, too. So when she's sitting there, like, ooh, like, rubbing her belly, I'm like, you're rubbing a fake stomach.
Yeah.
Also, just thinking about the timeline of, so these 2 seasons were their junior year of high school, which is, like, fine. You know, that's, like, a lot to go through in a year, but still, like, not insane. But now thinking that the next 3.5 seasons take place in just their senior year of high school. Like, Spencer goes crazy and Allison comes back from the dead, and then they all get kidnapped and held hostage, all in a single school year. That all is going to be a single school year. Ezra comes back to teach.
That's fucking crazy.
It's gonna be so wild seeing. We gotta keep track of all the major shit that goes down over a school year.
Yeah, that was a lot. 2 seasons, that was a lot of stuff to go down. But now everything's kind of aired out. Caleb's starting to figure out who A is. Toby kind of is. The parents. Everybody knows that Ezra and Arya are a thing. Everybody knows that Jason is Spencer's half-brother. Shit's starting to get revealed. So it's getting juicy. And we're about to get into the best season.
It is. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I only have watched the first episode so far, but truly season 3 is the best season of this show. Fight me on it. It's amazing.
Next week, we're going to be talking about season 3A, so get ready for it.
Anywho, thanks for listening.
Thank you for listening. Please follow us on our Instagrams and Popcorn Chat's Instagram and TikToks and all that stuff. It's in the link in the description of this episode. Lilas, girlies.
Lilas.